Now, I'm going to start this week with, as I mentioned, Kevin Mitchell after the glorious night last December when he tamed British Prescott, the man that had destroyed Amir Khan. It was the best performance, in my opinion, by a British boxer in 2009. It's a fairly bold statement, but it was that type of night. And that guaranteed him a WBO lightweight title fight against Australia's Michael Katsidis, who's entertaining and exciting. Frank Warren had to go out and dig deep in his pockets and find the money. He managed to do that on Tuesday and secured the fight with a $500,000 bid, winning by just $14,000. So it was close. The fight, that means, will take place in Britain, probably in May, but maybe not. Maybe Kevin will tell us something different. It's the big time from the kid from Dagenham, and it's about time, because there was a few years there when he seemed to be slipping further and further under, or disgracefully under the radar. Thankfully, he pulled that round in dramatic form last year with Jimmy Tibbs in his corner to beat Prescott. Now, I'm delighted to say that Kev has taken a few minutes away from his holiday to talk to me. Good evening, Kev.
Hi, Steve. How's things, mate?
Yeah, fantastic, Kev. Listen, thanks for taking a bit of time away from your holiday. First of all, I know you've already done a bit on here and a bit elsewhere. Fantastic news that Frank's won that fight and secured you the right to fight in Great Britain somewhere. Yeah,
I'm so excited now, Steve. You know, I'm on my break, but like, makes me want to get back in training, sort of thing. I've been told it's May the 8th.
Yeah, I'd heard it was the one of those first two weekends. May the 8th it could be. Yeah, that's one of the ones we're talking about. But I don't want to raise people's hopes in case they start booking hotels. I'd like it to be the O2, Kev. I mean, have you got any preference on venue?
Well, myself, I'd love it to be West Ham, but that's not, I don't think it's not reality that quick. I think that'd be brilliant if I could get it there, but I think O2 Arena would be beautiful. If I get into the O2 Arena, it'd be unbelievable. Yeah, it'd be good. West Ham would be like somewhere I'd love to, if you know what I mean.
Kev, you got plenty of time for West Ham, mate. You know that as well as I do. So
yeah,
let's do the O2. Let's stay warm. First of all, Kev, Katsidis, you know, you could have waited and found an easier job. This is not an easy fight. He's hard, he's tough, he bangs, he's been in with some serious fighters. It's a massive ask, isn't it, Kev? I mean, you know, you're a realistic kid.
Yeah, it's a big job. It's a big job. Like the Prescott fight is a big job. What makes it easier for me is a lot easier than the Prescott fight does. There's the world title in front of me.
Yeah, good point, son.
And you know, he can be hit, he can be hurt, and I've got the tools to hit him and hurt him. So I fancy taking him out. This kid, I think taking him out definitely.
Yeah, you mixing it up a little bit, using a bit of the skills you showed and the control you showed against Prescott, and then the power you showed last time out when you basically lifted Ignacio Mendoza off his feet with a left hook to the, you know, up the guts, up the derby. He went about 3 foot in the sky.
Yeah, it's one of them punches in a lifetime. I don't think you sort of throw many punches like that, but you know, that shot landed, and I proved to the Prescott fight I can box now. I've got a lot of skill in it, and I mixed it with both. I had a really calm first round against Mendoza. Then come back after the first round, and Jimmy and Mark were saying counter his punches. As soon as he threw a slow jab, boom, I countered it and took him out. So I'm proving I can mix both, and that's what I'm going to do against this Aussie boy.
Now, it's one of the things, Kev, that people tend to forget with you, mate, is that you're still only 25. And the one thing that alarms me slightly, and I always talk to fighters about this, is that you showed unbelievable control when you did a job on Prescott. It was brilliant. You never, for 1 second, let yourself go, even though I could tell you wanted to. Now, with Katsidis, we know he gets off the floor and comes back, and he's dangerous when he gets up. And let's say you get 17,000, 18,000 people, because that's what you deserve at the O2, a massive night, May 8. Will you be able to keep your head in the middle of that? Frank Warren described this very venue as like a bear baiting pit. It's a fantastic venue, Kev. Will you be able to keep control of your emotions?
Well, Steve, I think we're going to mix and match it. I'm going to use a bit of that anger in me, that little bit of
good
turf fight and rough fight sort of thing, and I'm going to mix and match it. You're going to see a lot of that in the fight, a lot of me being ferocious in there and taking it to him, but I'm also really clever and be smart about doing it.
Now, Kev, you say you can't wait to get back in the gym. I mean, have you had time off since? Obviously, you've had time off since Mendoza. I mean, have you been relaxing full time since then? I know it's only a few weeks ago, but
I've had a week out of the gym, sort of thing, not doing nothing. And then this second week, I've took my family. I've gone on holiday with my family, my mum, my sisters, and that. My dad's come away with me, and Yeah, and all the kids and that, my missus and the babies. So I'm just relaxed this week. I'm back in the gym. I come home Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm back in the gym Monday.
Let me ask you this, Kev. How much do you swell up to? What's the heaviest you get? Let's say you have a good time, you have plenty of food, and relax yourself in the evenings. What's the heaviest Kevin Mitchell can get? What's the fattest you can be, Kev?
When I had the injury, on my hand.
Yeah.
I was out. Well, I went training in the top for ages. I was probably about 11 stone, 11.5.
Wow.
Yeah, 11 stone 3, 11 stone. But I don't look like I put on fat. I look solid.
Yeah, you did that because I had you on that Satanta show a couple of times when your hand was bad, and you didn't look.
Yeah.
You look like you're carrying a bit of weight, but not fat. So what will you go up to now, Kev? I mean, you're still keeping active.
Jimmy Franks is moving into the welterweight. Jimmy Franks is one time like light welterweight and then welterweight division, winning world titles at lightweight and welterweight. So Jimmy Tibbs knows he knows exactly what he's doing, doesn't he, Jimmy? He knows what people are capable of, and he fancies me winning world titles at lightweight and welterweight.
Well, you know what? I mean,
as
we've seen recently, with Manny Pacquiao and what Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao and De La Hoya to a degree have done. Providing you've got a little bit of structure, you can put on the weight, can't you? You can put on the extra weight.
Yeah, I don't put it on fat. I put it on the solid. I'm probably sitting around about 11 stone now, 9 stone. Yeah, 10 stone 12 now.
Wow.
I'm near 11 stone, and I'm not fat. I look like I'm in shape, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so you can.
I'm proved to be. I could be able to go through the weights, definitely.
So you could touch the ground at 10 stone at one point, and then see how you go there.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. We'll first of all win the world title on 9 stone 9 lightweight, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. And of course that would lead down the road, Kev, to the question I've been asking you for 2 years. That could in theory lead down the road to that overdue showdown with Amir Khan, which you've been talking about and nicely talking about for about 3 years now.
Yeah, it's a fight I've always wanted. He's brilliant. He's a brilliant, awesome talent and that, but it's a fight that I know I can win, sort of thing. So it's always a fight that I've always fancied. And they're going up a weight. Yeah, I've always said that I'd go up a weight and take the fight definitely anyway. So if it comes off, you're saying you're going up a weight to fight to make her take the fight.
Now, and also what I like, Kev, just to let you go, and last question, is that for a few years there, when Khan was at his peak and it was Ricky Hatton was still around and David Haye was knocking out Macronelli, it looked like you'd sort of fallen from favour. Then you had the injury. I mean, you went completely under the radar, it seemed. And how frustrated were you, during that sort of period, Kev?
Crazily, Steve. I don't know if you see the boxing news last week, is that?
Yeah.
As I was saying, I went from having a few quid of money around you, and it makes it easier, like paying your mortgage, and you can train.
Yeah, of course.
Then getting injured, and then no one speaking about you having no money, and then having to go and work and go after weight, sort of thing. But yeah, it was stressful times, if you know what I mean. It stressed me out quite a lot, but I think things happen for a reason. I'm where I'm now. I'm 31-0 with 23 knockouts, and you're in it to fight for the world title. Can't get much better than that, I don't think.
No, it doesn't get much better than that. And also, Kev, if you hadn't have injured your hand and you'd have pushed on, you never know. You might when you might not have been ready at 23, and at 25 exactly. You are. As you say, things happen for a reason. Listen, Kev, get back to about 500 of your family. Say hello to them all for me. And listen, son, as soon as you get a date, we'll do a little bit 2 or 3 weeks before the big fight, Kevin.
Okay, so thank you very much. Cheers, Steve.
See you later, Kevin. Bye. Kevin Mitchell there, and he's right, there was a period there, I used to have him on my Satanta show about 18 months ago, and he was frustrated. He had a terrible injury to his hand, and he seemed to have fallen off the radar, and he put in a couple of performances that were, to say, didn't lose, but he was frustrated. He was fighting the same kind of guys that are sort of seasoned pros, guys like Walter Estrada, guys like Rudy Encarnacion, guys you're going to beat, but other people have beaten them, and it was a bit frustrating, and he just burst out of the traps last year, and that's the only way to describe it. He burst out of the traps in that fight with British Prescott and completely changed his personal landscape, and changed, in fact, in many respects, changed the landscape of the lightweight division, because we were suddenly introduced to a guy that was a star.